Personal Lines Insurance Exam Prep. Welcome to the quiz. The combined single limit in a personal auto policy applies to which coverages? Is it A, collision and comprehensive? Or B, bodily injury and property damage liability? C, medical payments and uninsured motorist? Or D, towing and rental reimbursement? The answer is B. Combined Single Limit, CSL, applies to liability coverage and provides one overall limit that covers both bodily injury and property damage liability arising from a single accident. Collision and comprehensive are physical damage coverages. MedPay and are separate no-fault or uninsured coverages. Towing and rental are optional add-ons. Because CSL combines BI and PD liability into one limit, this is where it applies. Next question. An HO4 tenants policy provides coverage for which of the following? Is it A, the apartment building itself? Or B, the tenant's personal property and liability, but not the dwelling structure? C, both the tenant's belongings and improvements made to the apartment? Or D, only liability arising from the tenant's occupancy? The answer is B. An HO for tenants or renters policy covers the tenant's personal property against named perils and provides personal liability protection, but does not cover the building structure or dwelling, which is the landlord's responsibility. Building coverage is for owners. Improvements may be covered under some policies, but not standard. Liability only ignores property. Because HO4 protects renters' belongings and liability without the structure, this is what it provides. Next question. Regarding the liability coverage in a personal auto policy, who is considered an insured under the definition? Is it A, only the person named on the declarations page? Or B, the named insured, resident family members, and anyone using the covered auto with permission? C, only relatives who live in the same household? Or D, the lien holder financing the vehicle? The answer is B. In a standard personal auto policy, the definition of insured for liability coverage is broad and includes the named insured, any resident family members such as spouse or relatives living in the same household, and also extends to any other person who is using the covered auto with the permission of the named insured, or a family member. This is known as permissive use. This wide definition ensures protection when others drive the insured vehicle with approval. Only the named insured would be too narrow since coverage extends to household members and permitted drivers. Only relatives in the household ignores permissive users. The lien holder has no role as an insured. They are protected under loss payee clauses for property damage, not liability. Because the policy protects the named insured residents and permissive users, this makes the broad group the correct definition of insured for liability purposes. Next question. Select the coverage that would pay for injuries to a guest who slips on an icy sidewalk at the insured's home. Is it A, coverage A, dwelling? Or B, coverage B, other structures? C, coverage C, personal property? Or D, coverage E, personal liability? The answer is D. Coverage E, personal liability in a homeowner's policy, pays for bodily injury or property damage. The insured is legally responsible for including a guest slipping on an icy sidewalk at the home. Coverage A protects the dwelling structure. Coverage B covers other structures. Coverage C covers personal property. Because personal liability handles lawsuits or injuries to others on the premises, this is the coverage that applies. Next question. If an insurer makes a change to a policy that broadens coverage without an additional premium, this is done via A, N. Is it A, endorsement? Or B, binder? C, rider? Or D, manuscript form? The answer is A. An endorsement is attached to the policy to add, broaden, restrict, or clarify coverage, and when it broadens coverage without extra premium, it is still called an endorsement. Binder is temporary coverage. Rider is often used in life insurance. Manuscript is custom wording. Because endorsement modifies the policy, this is the method. Next question. Concerning the additional coverage for debris removal in a homeowner's policy, how are expenses typically handled? Is it A, they are paid in addition to the policy limits? Or B, they are deducted from the coverage limit for the damaged property? C, they are covered only if a separate endorsement is purchased? Or D, they are only covered for fire losses? The answer is A. Debris removal is an additional coverage in standard homeowners policies that pays the reasonable expenses to remove debris of covered property damaged by a covered peril, and it is typically paid in addition to the policy limits for the damaged dwelling or personal property rather than reducing those limits. This helps ensure the insured can fully rebuild or replace without the cleanup costs eating into the main coverage amount. Deducting from the limit would reduce rebuilding funds, which is not standard. A separate endorsement is not required as debris removal is built in. It is not limited to fire only but applies to most covered perils. Because debris removal is an extra benefit beyond the main limit, this is how expenses are handled. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell us how many you scored out of 6 in the comments, and let me know what topic I should post next. Bye.